Hello students, today I will be talking about data frames and other operations available in Python Pandas. What is a data frame? A data frame is a two-dimensional labeled array where columns are used to store data of different types. Like the data can be numeric, string, float, boolean or some other types. In real time, we use Pandas DataFrame to load data from SQL Server, text files, Excel files or any comma-separated value files, and then we slice and dice that data as per our requirements. Once the data is stored in our format, then we can use that data to create reports or charts or graphs. Now you see this table is having few columns, 5 rows. Here roll number, name, accountancy, English, maths, economics and studies, and there are 5 students. So here the data is in a tabular format, but if it is written on paper, we cannot manipulate the data. But once it is stored in Python data format or data frame, then we can manipulate the data in different ways. Before we learn more about data frame, let's understand what is row, what is column and what is axis. From this picture it is clear that row is this one, row 0, row 1, row 2. These are the columns, column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, and here for row it is known as axis 0. And for columns we say it is axis 1. So data frame has two indexes, the row index that is known as axis 0 and the column index that is called axis 1. This index can be number or a letter or a string, and columns may have different types of data. The value in the columns are mutable and the size of the data frame is also mutable. Now let us see the components of data frame object. Now you can understand. Here IT, ES, GR, FR, PO, they are known as label index. Here country, population, percentage, these are columns. Here this is known as data what we provide. So this is called data. Creating and displaying a data frame. So two modules are required to create a data frame. So most frequently we'll be using these two modules. One is NumPy, the other is Panda, and you are familiar with these two commands: import NumPy as NP, import Pandas at PD. Now here is the syntax of data frame. Data frame name or object name equal to pd.dataframe. Within bracket you will provide here the 2D structure, then columns equal to, here you can write columns, so columns equal to sequence, and index can also be a sequence. To create empty data frame we can write data frame name equal to pd.dataframe opening and closing bracket. Now here I have typed df1 equal to pd.dataframe. Python is a case sensitive, so remember here D is capital, F is capital. So data frame is created, and then seeing the contents of this df1, let's see what is the output. So I am running this program and you can see here the data frame is created and columns are empty. Indexes are empty because we have not provided any data, any column. Creating a data frame from the list. Now you know how to create empty data frame, but if you want some of the values in the data frame, then we have to provide the list of values. In this example, I am creating a list and 3 names are there, and I will try to create a data frame to see how it creates. Now see the coding. Students is a list of students, and then I'm trying to create a data frame by using a command pd.dataframe and passing my list. Let's run this program and see the output. Now here I have written the code to create a list of students, and then I am creating a data frame. So I am writing here pd.dataframe and within bracket providing the variable of the list. Let's see, run this program. Here indexes are 0, 1, 2, that is coming by default, and here the column name is not provided. So you can see here it is coming 0, and this is known as data. So Sejal, Ayush and Sucharita, these are the data. So complete whole thing is known as data frame object. In the previous example, we have successfully created a single column in the data frame. Now here I am creating data frame from the mixed list. So I am creating a list here, student, and providing two values. Here next item is also having two values, and third is also having two values. So here I am trying to create two columns. First is the number and second is the name of the students. So by creating this, I am writing here fd, any variable name can be used, pd.dataframe, and here in place of this student, I can change here the name of this and I will write here as the students. Let's see in Python Spider how it runs. Now let us see this example. I am creating list and providing the nesting of list 10 and the name Sejal, here 20 and Ayush, and 30 and Sucharita. I am creating a data frame object here by passing students, and let's see what is the output. Now you can see here the data frame is having index 0, 1, 2, and there are two columns. The name is still not assigned, so it is 0 and 1, and you can see the first values 10, 20, 30 are displayed here, and names are displayed here, Sejal, Ayush and Sucharita. Now we'll see how to assign column names. So here assigning the names of column, just see here providing the values, creating a list, and here you remember the syntax, data frame, here the table, columns equal to, we can provide the list of columns as there were two columns. So first I am writing here the serial number and the name. So it will create two columns. The first column name will be serial number and second will be name. So with this way we can rename the columns generated automatically. Now observe this program. The first one is the list of values. Here important thing is I am using backslash because I am writing in multiple lines. Here I am creating a data frame by providing the list of values, and here I am writing columns equal to the providing the list of columns. The first heading will be medals and the second heading will be name. Let's run this program and see the output. Now you can see here the data frame is having indexes by default 0, 1, 2. Now here number of medals received by the students, you can write medals here, and values are coming in this column. Here the name of the students are there. Earlier it was 1. Now I have assigned this column heading as name. Python data frames of random numbers. You are already familiar how to create random numbers by using a function random. This function is available in module numpy. So here I am writing data frame equal to pd.dataframe np.random.rand means n number of random numbers will be generated. Here I am giving the parameter 3 for 3 number of rows and 2 columns, and all the values will be generated automatically and it will be of type float. Now I am trying to create a data frame using function random. So I am writing here data frame equal to pd.dataframe, here np.random because it is a part of numpy dot randn 3 rows and 2 columns, and then finally I want to verify what are the values which are stored in the data frame. So let's run this program and see the output. Now here you can see index is 0, 1, 2, column is 0 and 1 because I have not assigned here, and here 1, 2, 3 rows and 2 columns are generated. Another way of creating data frame is by using GIF function. Suppose if you have two lists, say here it is list 1 and list 2. Here the name of the students are stored and the number of medals which they have received, they have stored. Now I can use the syntax here, pd.DataFrame. I'm having two lists, so I'm writing list GIF to combine two lists, LST and LST2, and then the heading I want first as name and second as number of medals received by the students. Let's see in Python IDE. Now let's see this example. Here the first list is having the name of the students. Second list is storing the number of medals received by these three students. Creating a data frame, pd.DataFrame list GIF to combine two lists here, study and num, and then columns equal to name. I want the heading should be, the first heading will be name and second will be number of models. So once the data frame is created, I want to see how it is created. So I'm writing here print df1. Let's run this program and see the output. Now you can see here indexes still I have not defined, so it is 0, 1, 2, and you can see here name, then name of the students here, and number of medals received by each students are written here.